Well, we're here today at Buddy Peg's Bentonville. As I said, it's on the north end of Bentonville, Wishing Springs Road. I'm here today with Scott Fitzgerald, the CEO, and the headset. Is that what they call you?
That is what they call me.
Okay. Simon Brown, who's Chief of Staff, also known as Wheels. Start with, what is Buddy Peg's and its mission?
Well, Buddy Peg's mission really starts with helping to save our home planet. You know, we realized long ago that what we really need to have a successful, long-term, healthy planet is successful, happy, joyful adults, right? Who can lead us into the future. And where does that start? It starts at childhood.
Sure.
So we've all been here on the team really passionate about cycling in our lives, both in childhood and adulthood. And we feel like it's a really important part of who we are. You know, we find connection to community, connection to nature, connection with ourselves when we're out riding bikes. So we decided we were going to develop programming to help kids introduce kids and families to biking so they could have that childhood as well.
And if you don't know what actual Buddy Pegs are, if you were back when we were all kids, we had BMXs, and the two pegs that were on the back.
Right, the silver pegs.
Yeah, those were your Buddy Pegs. Okay. Because so you want to enjoy a bicycling journey with your friend. One stand on the back and one on the bike, and that's where Buddy Pegs come from.
Who is the program, or for whom is the program designed, and the age brackets?
So we do programming starting at 2 years old. These days, with the advent of balance bikes, the really small bikes that allow toddlers to start to balance and glide on their own, with the advent of those bikes comes the need for programming. So we start our programming at 2 years old, and then we go up all the way through the elementary ages, up through 4th grade or about 10, 11 years old.
Okay. And it's sort of a individual tutoring, or is it sort of a camp environment where you have multiple children?
From everything, we do private lessons, so more a one-on-one type lesson, all the way up to we have our bike clubs, which is more of a class setting up to 10 students per class, and then we also have our camps as well, which will run a whole week long, and then we do it through our different paw levels. So everything from a 1 paw to a balance biker, all the way up to a 5 paw, a full-on mountain bike shredder. One thing Scott told me when I started here is we teach kids from the never ever to the shredder.
Okay. What sort of skills do you teach?
Everything from, one thing at Buddy Pegs here that we do not believe in is we do not believe in training wheels. We would rather teach the kids the confidence to balance and glide, and then to pedal independently all the way through their journey, all the way up to a confident mountain biker, because our main goal is we want to get kids out with their parents for family rides to enjoy the great outdoors there themselves.
Do you find children at those younger ages are struggling with their balance? It hasn't quite developed as well as perhaps a teenager or a young adult? Or is there an issue there, you think?
Yeah, it's actually really interesting because the younger students, you know, the 2, 3, 4-year-old students, it's really easy to teach them how to balance. The older students, it becomes really challenging to teach them how to balance because their internal gyroscope has sort of been undeveloped, right? So an older child is a little bit harder to teach if they've been raised on training wheels, etc.
I find, what is your ultimate goal? What do you hope that will be the results of your efforts with these children?
Big question for us.
I mean, we really hope that we double the number of kids on bikes.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of an interesting statistic, sad statistic, but there's been nearly a 50% decline in childhood cycling in the last generation. So we're really working hard to reverse that situation. And we think that one of the situations is that there hasn't been formal programming for bicycling for kids previous to what we've been doing. So every other sport, every other activity has a set of programs and a set of lessons and curriculum that help kids learn a new skill, but biking hasn't had that. So that's what we're working towards.
We're also standing in a retail shop. So tell us a little bit about it. Well, obviously you're not selling these big bikes to 6th graders. So this is a retail shop for biking enthusiasts of all ages.
I think it'd be better to tell the whole journey.
Yeah. It is. It's a full-fledged bicycle shop, full service. We do everything from bike sales, bike rentals, and bike repair. But we have a focus on families. So my wife and I have been owning and operating bike shops for quite some time, since the early 2000s. And we realized that there was a missing level of support for families at existing bike shops, which oftentimes cater to the enthusiast rider. Nothing wrong with that, but if you're a family looking to get into biking, or you have a little one looking to get into biking, we wanted to create an experience where it was completely catered to that customer. So you'll notice that most of our bikes here are pretty small. We do have some bigger ones for mom and dad who are looking to get into riding themselves, but we really focus on that family customer. So from cargo bikes, which are basically car replacements, so you can take your kid on a ride with you, and before they're riding on their own, pick up some groceries, run an errand, all the way up into mountain bikes and everything in between. But again, focused on kids and parents and families.
Kids come in here and they think, because they see their older siblings, they see their parents with all the different biking gear, and they come here and go, wait a minute. Whoa, I can get it for me too. And they come in and their eyes just instantly sparkle. And this is like a bike toy shop for kids.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for visiting with us today. We appreciate it, and we learned more about biking and buddy pegs, and now the folks out there are going to know what you're all about. So don't be surprised to see some new faces.
Thanks for your help with that. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.